This is the first impressions of the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K. I've literally only had it about an hour and a half. I've already picked up a couple of scratches here and there on the corner. It's going to be easily marked, but it doesn't feel cheap. And it's not particularly light. I know people say it is light. In fact, it felt very similar to the same weight of my 5D Mark III with a battery, and they're fairly similar in weight. It's pretty clear to me that if the screen had some kind of articulation, if it could just slide a little bit, oh, it would have been amazing. The screen is fantastic. I turned it on, it looks lovely on the back, nice and bright. You cannot beat Blackmagic when it comes to menus and operating system. It's slick, it's efficient, it feels fantastic. It's just so logical. You just can't beat them for that. I love the button layout. It's fantastic. ISO, shutter, which you don't really need to touch, 180 degrees, white balance, you know, start record, stop record. You've got the look button here. You can add the crop bars if you want to look at how it might look with a CinemaScope ratio. You've got the on and off switch, which is a hard switch. That's great. And on the back, you've got high frame rate button, one touch. Feels really good. You know, like in the hands, it feels great. The door on the side is a bit funny because the way it opens, it kind of opens on an angle. And initially, it looked as though the door was kind of bent, but it's not. But it feels nice and solid. I know some people have said they've had issues with the actual battery compartment. The one I've got seems totally fine. The thing that feels really cheap is this little scroll wheel here on the front. It has absolutely no resistance. It feels very plasticky, and there's a lot of movement in that little wheel, and that's there to control the aperture. And I've got the Metabone Speed Booster XL on there, 0.64, just as I had for my GH5. Benefit of the XL 0.64 is obviously you get a wider field of view. You can use all EF glass. Right now I've got a Takumar 55mm f2 vintage lens. It's a beautiful little lens is this. And the Metabones allows you to focus really close. I've said this in previous videos. Not only does it increase the field of view, give you some more light, but it allows you to actually get close. It reduces the minimum focus distance. So first impressions, how it feels in the hands, it feels nice and solid. I definitely will suggest if you buy this camera, you are going to need some kind of monitor, whether it's an Atomos recorder or if it's a straightforward monitor. I've got this small HD focus, which I had from when I had the GH5. There are multiple monitors out there cheaper than the small HD. You are going to need a monitor unless you're planning on having your face behind the camera all the time. It's going to get really frustrating. You are going to need some way to monitor when your camera is down lower this way. If you've got it on a gimbal or a Ronin, if you've got a Ronin S and you're always behind, fair enough, but even then an external monitor is going to be a necessity. And I like the fact it's full HDMI on the back. Right now I've got an SD card in there. I've got 128GB SD card, and that's all I'm going to use for now because I am going to wait on the SSD, which I should be getting hopefully in the next few days or so. It's too hot to go outside. It's like 47 degrees right now here in Qatar, way too hot, and I'm desperate to shoot something with it, so I'm just going to go around and shoot a few things in the house. Let me know what you think about the camera. Are you excited about the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera 4K? Are you planning on getting one? Do you want to know something about it? Do you want me to try or test something on it? I will be testing ISO and all that kind of stuff later on. But yeah, that's it. Just excited that I've got all of this, and thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.